Barrister Darlington.
Yes.
State of emergency in ECOWAS. Because of the coup that, the failed coup that happened in Benin Republic. But before then, Guinea-Bissau, the military took out the civilian authorities. We have 3 other states, Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, all ECOWAS countries, now under military rule. Now our leaders met somewhere in Abuja yesterday and said, look, this is the time to declare state of emergency in the region. I would like for you to give us a broad reaction to this state of emergency before we get into this specifics.
As far as I'm concerned, the ECOWAS leaders are wasting their time. If they don't do the needful, they are just wasting their time. Look, the world has moved on. The world has moved on and left us behind. If there is no good governance, people will grumble. Mr. Okoro, go and tell those ECOWAS leaders that if they don't entrench good governance in West Africa, even the very sand on the ground will rise up against them.
Barrister, is that not what they are doing?
What are they doing?
You know, calling for responsible democracy.
Oh, yeah. So
yes, did you read the statement?
What they are calling? Oh, are they advancing themselves? This coup that they are carrying out against the people, are we not supposed to disagree with them? They are the ones that started the coup in the first place because of their leadership, because of what they are doing. Have they ever reprimanded any of their leaders who are behaving anyhow? Have they ever? Have you seen where ECOWAS leaders issue a statement and say, look, what is going in Nigeria? What is going on in Nigeria? What is going on in Cameroon? What is going on, you know, that they denounce it? Have they ever done so? They will keep quiet until the damage has been done. They will now start telling us stories. This thing they are doing in West Africa, even in the Western world where they go and hide their loot, is it like that? Have you ever seen any leader in the Western world who changed the constitution to favor him? Have you ever seen it? Tell me.
But I read the communique and I expect that you read it too, because in that communique, the leader said, look, it is time for us to uphold good governance. Because that is the only
Talking
way.
is not enough, Mr. Okoro. They have said it before.
Okay, what else should they do?
They have done action. Let them put it in practice, and there will be no queen anywhere in West Africa. Let them put it in practice. Mr. Okoro, you have states that you are supposed to be controlling in West Africa as ECOWAS states. And then a foreign power is intimidating that particular state, taking their mineral resources, taking everything they have. And you, ECOWAS leader, you were there. Instead of you to say, no, this is not right, and then come to the aid of your member, you went to bed with them. What does that tell you? You went the way with your what? With your oppressor. Is that not why Niger and the Burkina Faso walked out? Go and look at what France is doing to that country. And you ECOWAS leaders are there. Please, they should not annoy us.
Barrister, nobody will annoy you. We have raised other talking points which we'll take care of in the course of this discussion. Mr. Aranta, I would like for you to give us your reaction to the summit yesterday that held in Abuja. And ECOWAS leaders said, look, we need to declare a state of emergency in West Africa because it looks like this is another wave of, you know, anti-democratic forces trying to overrun the whole of West Africa. If you have 4 over, it used to be 15, we have 12 now, 4 of them, you know, okay, 4 before initially within West African sub-region, and all of them are going to military rule. More like a 4th wave of, or another wave of anti-democratic forces. And they're coming together to say, are they doing this as a result of fear, you know, or they are being protective of their positions? What will it be for you?
Well, if you even have to question the kind of democracy that is practiced in West Africa. Is this the true definition of democracy, where the people are used as pawns in a chess game? Is that democracy? Where take that Benin Republic, for instance, where somebody, because you are there, or is it, which one will you even say and leave the other one, or is it Cameroon, where they want to sit down there forever, where the leadership is focused on themselves, on those who are ruling, instead of the people? I'm surprised that they are talking about emergency. Why they are talking about emergency is because of the coup that has been happening. But the coup, you know, there's an enablement, how it came about. It is their action that made this become a necessity. Because when the people are dissatisfied with what is happening, see, there's no coup that will happen on its own. It is the people, it is always a yearning, of the people that those, that have the power of coercion will want to activate or actualize, the yearnings of the people. When they discover that leadership, or, well, in Africa, I can't even call it leadership, rulership, that it is no longer about the people, it's about the people in power. Instead of the masses that gave them the individual wills to make it, so that they can control it and take care of the state. When it becomes a personal issue, then the people will have to revolt.
Now, the fact that they have realized this and they are calling for, good governance, because they were very clear. Look, African leaders, my colleagues here, we need to work hard, to put, to give deliverables, dividends of democracy to our people. Otherwise, we'll be inviting the military. Is it coming late? Are you excited that they are doing this at this moment?
I am not excited at all, because they should first of all reprimand some of their members who are actually not working in the interest of the people. And you can hardly count anyone that is working, in consonance, to actualize the dreams and aspirations of their people.
Yet they will tell you that there were elections in those countries. People voted them in.
These are not elections. These are not elections. Okay. These are selections, so to say. Okay. So they just try to, play cat and mouse game, try to deceive the people, make it look as if there's an election. They're not holding an election.
All right, so one
election, sorry, please. The election that brought back, what kind of election that brought back Paul Biya in Cameroon?
People voted for him, even when he told us that people were calling on him to come on, and that was
Africans will think when we do these things that it's like when you see an ostrich, he opens his wing and put the head there and he cover it, and he thinks that is protected, but the entire body is exposed. So we are not actually what we are doing. There's no ingenuity in it. In fact, I'm not even so surprised that at this age in the 21st century that we'll be talking about issues so mundane while the world is going places and they've left us behind, and there's no plan to even come out of the wood. It's unfortunate, very unfortunate.
Well, okay. Well, let's while some aircraft belonging to Nigeria is stranded in some parts of West Africa, Nigerian forces are going into Benin Republic, and the states of the Sahel are saying, look, we will continue to keep your soldiers until they get explanation. But anyway, let's move slightly away from that. We'll come back to that conversation. Let's just, deviate a little bit and talk about insecurity right here in Nigeria. We're being joined by Sheikh Gumi. Good morning to you, Sheikh.
Good morning. How are you?
Very well. Good to have you. Good to have you. And
it's a pleasure for me.
The interview you had on the international television station, the BBC, has been raising a lot of dust, a lot of questions. A lot of people the world over really have been reacting to that interview. And there was something you said in that interview, which is where I would like us to start from, about the children that are being kidnapped in Nigeria, very young children, a lot of them are kidnapped in Nigeria. I think you said something around they are lesser targets, lesser evil. Yes, that's the exact word you used. What exactly did you mean by children being kidnapped, taken away from their parents into unsavory places, made to suffer, exposed to mosquitoes, maltreated, a lesser evil?
You see, usually when I speak with journalists, I don't bring out a topic that I discuss. It's usually the journalist who try to draw me into an area probably is not well thought. I think we are comparing between two groups of terrorists. One terrorist is that they kill directly. And the other ones is that they are raising money through kidnapping children without killing them, as we have seen recently in Kebbi. They didn't harm the children, but they harmed the guide, the teacher. So it's comparing two evils. You know, usually when you have two evils and you are forced to compare the natural decision. Hello?
The reason I'm asking this question is,
Hello?
I don't know. Don't you feel that you could be misunderstood? Are you not worried about people misunderstanding you? You know, doesn't that bother you? Because it seems like you are in support of children being taken away from their parents. You're calling that a lesser evil.
How can a lesser
You don't
of
think
two
those
evils
children
be
are
a support?
traumatized?
How can a lesser of two evils be a support? There are two evils when you are faced with one. You see, we have seen people in high-rise building when they are attacked, whether they jump down or they remain in the building to get burned. So some people will decide to jump down because it's a lesser for them to die instantly than to be burnt. You know, when you have two evils, usually you compare. Wherever there's death, what we want is we're calling for peace. Peace in this country, and also not in this country now, it's also spreading, the insecurity is spreading neighboring countries. You know, everybody who has gone now he is an outlaw. As we have had you talking about the attempted coup, it's just part of the banditry. Just because you have guns, then you come and take over power. No, this is wrong. Wherever there's bloodshed, this is what we are against.
All right, now you said something about finding a way to make sure that you reach a good compromise, more like discussing with these people, and you have authority also to do it. Some were of the opinion that you're talking or being so vocal because you have not really experienced this, more like having a first hand of it. And, what we want to ask, if, for example, we have a close person, go down, not, what we're praying for now, but will you still be this vocal in supporting the terrorists and the bandits? Because in that interview that you granted, you made it look like the life of a cow is more valuable than that of human being when you say that the Fulani Maludin herders, whom have been accused of carrying out all these carnages, they have to protect the inheritance that they gather from their grandparents and all that, which happens to be cows. And they have the right to move around, rather than protecting Nigerians and all that.
As you see, in such interviews, when you look at it from the prison, you are looking at it maybe a difference in cultural upbringing, religious orientation. Then people misinterpret what I'm talking about. I've lost a relative in the army. They were ambushed by bandits. 11 of them, they were killed. And my own brother was kidnapped before by bandits too on Kaduna, Abuja Road. So we are victims of banditry. But you see, me being here in the north, I cannot fold my arms without really diagnosing what is the problem and the way out. And I thank the government now. I think the government now is understanding the dynamics and is taking the right, appropriate steps to see that banditry is coming to an end. So now it's a dying candle. I think we should shift our focus now from banditry. Honestly, just give the government time. I think it has understood what it takes to.
Before we talk about what the government is trying to do or what you are encouraging the government to do, you said something here. You said that why wouldn't someone choose a lesser of two evils? But I'm asking you, are you also saying that, look, you are looking for peace? How will you choose the lesser of two evils when there is peace, when there is good by the side, and you ignore peace, and you are looking at the two evils?
When there is what?
When there is good on the side of it. I mean, you are faced with three things. You are faced with three things.
Wait,
Big
if
evil,
you ask me,
small evil, and the good.
Just for instance, if I ask you, if one has to die and he's given a choice between to be shot by a gun or to take poison, you are given a two choice, one of the two. Everybody will have his opinion about that. Is that not?
I'm not that.
Exactly,
I'm giving a choice.
To live is the third option. In this situation, we are faced with three things. People who are taking away school children, we have people who are killing fellow Nigerians, and we have people who are law-abiding. Why can't all of us be law-abiding and choose peace? and
Oh,
choose
this
good
is
instead
what
of
we
having to
want.
choose
No, no,
between
no.
two evils.
No, see, that's what we are encouraging Nigerians to be. You see, if you have an outlaw and you don't talk to him to be lawful, especially when you realize his problem is one of it is ignorance and how to address his grievances. And you block the way so that we can admonish him and talk to him. Now you are talking to me.
Sheikh,
and-
that doesn't look
Yeah.
like looking for peace. It looks like encouraging criminality. I mean, you said if someone
you
is
see,
ignorant, you said that
from the
ignorance
president-
is not an excuse in the
No,
law.
you see, you are a journalist. You are a journalist. Yeah, you should allow the audience to decide. You don't decide for a audience. As a journalist, you just ask your question and allow the audience to understand what I'm saying. It's a question posed to me. Which of them is a lesser evil? Children kidnapped for money, or soldiers and people just attacked. Look at Ahmed Golak was in the east, and he was just gunned down immediately without even any chance for him even to ransom himself. Which of these two evils is worse? This is what brought about
Sheikh,
it.
Gulak is not the only Nigerian that has been killed. People have been killed in all parts of the north as we speak. Now the question is, you said I as a journalist, you were asked a question. I'm asking another question. And I'm putting
Yes.
it to you. We have three options: good, lesser evil, and the big evil. Out of these three, which one will you choose, Sheikh?
There is no option here. Because good, there is no option. You are not giving me an option. You can't put good and evil together. There is
No,
no
that is
option.
what we
There is
have in
only one.
society.
There is only one option. That is the good.
Okay. So why are we not choosing good?
No, I said there is only one option, which is good. You can't put evil and good and say they
All right,
choose.
Sheikh, in all this talk about negotiating for bandits, with bandits, to ensure peace, we've seen how it has gone. In the past 2 weeks, we've had 490 kidnapped cases, 490 people kidnapped in Nigeria. And government has been able, like you also attested just now, that government is doing the right thing. I hope you can actually tell me what the right thing that government is doing actually is. Is it paying for is it paying ransom for those that have been kidnapped, or negotiating? And what is the nature of negotiation with these kidnappers? See, I'm going to ask you a few questions in one. I hope you can, react to all of them. What is the nature of the negotiation with these bandits, these people, and how many of them should government negotiate with? Because you see people kidnapped in Eruku, you negotiate their release, and then in a neighboring state, others are kidnapped as well, and then government will have to go there as well, and then it's a Mary's school, and the cases are too many to keep up with. What is the nature of the negotiation that we're looking at here?
Well,
And how many
see,
of them can we negotiate
if
with?
any of us has his child kidnapped by this terrorist, the first thing that comes to your mind is, let's get our children safely out. When they are out, then the military can deal with the situation. And I'm sure now the military is dealing with the situation. So that is the sequence of your reaction. You don't attack people with children in their hands, And people were postulating, many people were postulating this sporadic attack of children just recently after Trump has made this disparaging remark about Nigerians, and that he's coming into Nigeria could be also a trigger, But otherwise, Nigeria is healing slowly, and we are seeing light at the end of the tunnel. Then suddenly, there is this surge of violence. What we think the government is doing right is that it see the needs to address.
Why the surge, if I may ask you? Why the surge? Because some people are saying there was a surge to further pull America into attacking the terrorists in Nigeria, so there could be so there could be an escalation in internal crisis in Nigeria. I mean, that's what some people are saying.
That's also possibility. That's a possibility. There are a lot of possibilities around that, and I don't rule out any one of them. And it can be the external aggressor who wants to, or because we think these terrorists too, they are controlled from foreign.
Okay.
There's a foreign intelligence directing them. Honestly speaking, we believe that. And they can be instigated so that to prove the hypothesis that there is a Christian genocide.
Okay.
That is one. Secondly, they could be drawing this conclusion that if we have these civilians with us, the attack will be postponed or something like that. So all the possibilities are there. But the important thing is government is trying to address the issue, and we are getting results. We have seen that.
As one who has the ears of some of these non-state actors, because they seem to listen to you, can't you talk to them to ensure that these things are stopped and people can go back to their farmlands and life can continue peacefully and Nigerians can, go back to their ancestral homes? Have you tried that measure?
Okay, wait. People have a bad impression. Since 2021, when they were declared terrorists by Buhari's government, I've ceased to have any contact with these people completely.
Okay.
But my aim was that we should go and try and see and put a knowledge and sense into them and civilize them. You have left people for centuries without any formal education. So what do you expect of them?
When you say we have left people without formal education, who are the people that left them? Because we know in the North, they actually enjoy benefits, free education, even lunch, and even other incentives are made available. So who are the people that left? We have in Nigeria, a country that all of us belong to. When other people were giving free education, what happened? And we have FAC allocations being shared to state governors. So why is it that we still have people who are out of school, still littered everywhere in the North?
I always compare with the situation in the Niger Delta when people were left, their land was exploited with pollution and also uneducated. So when they started the agitation, the government of Eradua took the issue and cleared the grievances, and now we have peace there. Just recently, one of the militants was showing his palace and the wealth he has accumulated, but he has dropped his gun. Look, anything that will stop bloodshed, I think is something that we should pursue. Secondly, we have Ministry of Education, Federal Ministry of Education, we have State Ministry of Education, and governors even are confessing that, look, all what we have not spent on herdsmen. Nothing of Nigerian budget, which is for all Nigerians, goes to herdsmen. No schools for them, nothing. And they have said that.
Are you advocating that the issue herdsmen should be put into the budget and some allocation should be given to herdsmen?
That's why I said the government is doing right. It has a livestock ministry now that will look into their plight. So you see, the government is doing something, and that's why I'm praising the government. I'm not a friend of government, but I think we are on the right course, and we have people who are understanding now. We should appreciate it.
All right, Sheikh, I'd like for you to just tell me what should be the blur line between criminality and banditry and terrorism. These three things. Banditry, you said you stop associating with terrorists since Buhari designated them terrorists, but I also understand that you still interface with bandits. What should be the thin line, or what should be the line, the difference between banditry and criminality?
You see, banditry is a crime. It's just one crime out of many crimes.
Okay.
Even, you see, just recently, I think EFCC is pursuing some politicians that have galloped so much amount, more money than what all the banditry has collected. So criminality can come in any form.
Okay, so
criminality is also.
I like your response.
Criminality is also dividing Nigerians.
Okay.
Wait, criminality is also coming to a nation and divide them on religious or ethnic. They divide. Look at what foreign countries are doing with Nigerians.
Okay, Sheikh, how should a criminal be treated? If you are in government, how will you treat a criminal, irrespective of the type of criminality?
I will treat him by the law.
Okay, you treat it
We have
by
laws.
law.
We have standing law for everything.
Okay, before
the law
before or after negotiating with the criminal, should we negotiate with criminals?
No, you see, you have to differentiate when people take guns or arms when they are agitating. Like the Niger, I always give example of the Niger Delta. Until when it sinks into our mind that we had a similar problem, but this one is not in the south. This
Now,
one
when
is not
when
dealing
you
with
talk about
oil.
the Niger Delta, Sheikh, you always point to the Niger Delta and say that they were granted amnesty. We saw what they were talking about, which is
No, what I'm saying,
the fact that their lands were destroyed by the oil.
when
No,
the
but
Niger Delta
hold on, Sheikh, please hold
uh,
on. Now, they actually were talking about the fact that the oil exploration, which happens to be the major revenue generation for Nigeria, is destroying everything that they have. What will you say that the bandits whom you've been talking for are asking for Nigeria, and how have they been in any way, generating revenue or causing Nigeria to be good? Because we were told that these people are not even Nigerians to start with. So why should we hold brief for non-state actors who, directly and indirectly, is not in any way benefiting the country? So why should we, be negotiating to give them amnesty or something like that?
You think in the north, where we depend on agriculture more than even working with government, most of our peasant livelihood is on agriculture, and they are disturbing Nigerians from farming. And do you think that is not also in an input into the GPD of Nigeria?
Are bandits
You see,
agriculturists? Are bandits farmers?
Oh, no. Wait, farmers. Many villages are ransacked. Many villages are ransacked. People cannot go to farm, and Nigeria is so big for any army. Not even American army can deal with the vast land of ungoverned area in Nigeria. Or otherwise, all American economy will just sink in a sinkhole. So you see, as I've said, government is doing the right thing now. Is getting to understand the issue, and we are coming close to the end of a dying candle.
Jake, I tell you something. There's nothing Nigerians want more than for there to be peace in Nigeria, for all the kidnappings to stop, and people can move around freely. I'm sure there's nothing the ordinary Nigerian wants more than that. So you say government is doing what is doing the needful, but how many of those bandits do you think government is or should interact with? And if you are to advise government and Nigerians now, two sets of people, what will your advice be, especially in dealing with this insurgency?
You see, from Adamawa, which is far east, up to Niger State,
It's
which
interesting
is
that you
far
mentioned
west.
Adamawa. I'm sorry to button at this point. It's interesting you mentioned Adamawa. I'm sure you saw the video of women that came out to protest the killings that they have been experiencing in Adamawa. Unfortunately, they were killed by those that are supposed to protect them. It's interesting, and that goes to show you how bad these killings have gotten to. Not just kidnapping.
Yes, you see what happened in Adamawa is, in fact, clashes, ethnic clashes between two groups. The herdsmen has nothing to do with that, but still we have herdsmen there. What I'm trying to tell you, the number of herdsmen, there's, in fact, if there is a really serious population or census, you find that I don't think there's any tribe as many as these herdsmen, because they are in every state, in every forest we have. So I think they need an attention here. The government, if it does something to show them, look, you are part and parcel of the nation, you are not an outcast, and nobody will be pursuing you. You have a future for education for your children, and also give them hope. I think it's coming to
let's
an
get
end.
something straight, Sheikh Ahmed Gumi. Nigerians want to know, who are we holding brief for in particular? The bandits? Is it the Boko Haram? Is it the Lakurawa? Is it the Mamuda? Because we see so many of them. And when you are answering questions to that, interview, you said something about holding brief for a particular group. So let's know the group you're holding brief for and why you think we should give them credence.
I'm not holding brief for anybody. 16 years now we are fighting Boko Haram, and we are all victims of it. Our farmlands are devastated. There is no peace. Schools are closed. We are victims. So now you have been fighting for 16 years. Please, after 16 years, then you should change your tactics. It means fighting is not working. You should know something. You should have a different approach.
So you're saying
you
that
can't be doing the same thing over and over.
Okay. In other words, you're saying both the Fulani headsmen, the ones who they've called terrorists now because of the fact that they're wielding, firearms, the Mahmuda, the Lakurawa, the Boko Haram, and every other terror group we have, should go in for it. Is that what you're saying?
You see, where dialogue and negotiations has a magic, it does a lot of things, because no human wants to be killed or unkilled. So if you see people agitating, especially in such a big number, just for simple reason, just ask them, why? Why are you killing each other? Why are you killing people? Why are you attacking people? That same question will give you the answer how to tackle their problem. But you see, when some Nigerians, when some Nigerians don't want to ask question why they are doing it, in fact they don't want, just kill them. These people killing them. Do you think it's easy? Now what happened in Adamawa? Army are always tense. Armies are always tense. You see, you don't use army to quell. You don't use army to do police work.
When you talk about the kidnappings, when they kidnap, they kill people. The principal was killed. The security guard and somebody else in the church were killed as well. So people were killed.
Unfortunately,
people get killed each time they go to kidnap. So.
Okay, let's not mix oranges with apples now. We're talking about how the military attacked demonstrating women in Adamawa. You see, when you give the military the role of the police, then that is where you have problems. But now look at our military. When they were invited into a neighboring country to quell a coup, look at how smartly they have done that. You see, military has a specific job to do, and if you give them the wrong job, then you are going to cause trouble. Our military is now policing Nigeria, which is wrong. The police should be done, and I think now the government is trying to establish state police, and which we're understanding and learning. So we should not stay in one static position, repeating the same thing over and over.
Sheikh, I'd like to ask you, if you catch an armed robber, somebody that went into another person's house with a gun to rob, and eventually in the process killed that person. When you arrest him, do you start asking him why he killed the victim? Do you negotiate with him to find out, or do you prosecute him?
You establish that he is the killer and also hang him. That's what you do.
Okay, that's what you do.
All right.
Yes.
All right, then. Well, we thank you very much for your presence here, Sheikh Gumi.
Thank you very much.
Peace Sunday, because it seems that's what we all are working towards, isn't it?
Very much.
Peace in Nigeria.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I mean.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, Barrister Darlington Agomo. Well, let's have your reaction to that interview. I mean, the conversation you just listened to.
I was thinking that after our last session with Sheikh, there will be a change of mind and remorseness. But from what he's saying now, it seems that he's unrepentant. Seriously.
What do you mean unrepentant?
Look, I'm coming. Look, in Nigeria, there is a law, that is the Child Rights Act. That particular document is to protect children. If you go into details, you will see how government protected the children. They made that law specifically for children because of their vulnerability. The government knows that children are vulnerable with women, so they made that special to protect them, to keep them safe, because they are our future. They are our future. Every man you see today started from a child. Why would somebody make that suggestion that it is better to kidnap children?
Well, he didn't exactly.
I said that was what I had now. Please hold on. I'm coming. I am coming. The military, it is a profession. They signed it that yes, they are ready to die for Nigeria. And before any well-trained military can go down, he will take somebody with him. The child you kidnap, does he have any gun? Can he even talk? And you took that child away for monetary gain. A very serious crime against humanity. Now, whose children are being kidnapped here? Is it the children of the rich in the north? Is it not the children of the takeovers? The very poor. Some parents have died waiting for the return of their children. That never happened because they don't have money to pay for ransom. And now somebody is suggesting that you kidnap a child and then ask for ransom. From who? Who will pay the ransom? The poor parents at home who does not have something to eat.
But the government is doing the payments.
Hold on, I'm coming. Even at that, should it be so? What will happen now? Do you know what will happen? If another region of the country now copy the same thing and say, okay, government should come and pay us ransom. You can see how people are destroying this country by their actions and utterances. In a Senate class, you don't make such suggestions and get away with it. They will arrest you immediately. You don't make such suggestions. It's unheard of.
Well, Barrister, when you say we don't make such suggestions, we have the non-kinetic approach,
which
we also introduced in Nigeria. People who have killed terrorists were being reintegrated
I said
after de-radicalization.
Everything about this thing is wrong. Both killing and kidnapping, it is very wrong. And I can see now that some people are fueling this thing. But this type of suggestion, the bandit will now say, yes, we are in business.
Now, Barristers, the National Assembly made a suggestion some time ago about making kidnapping to have the punishment, capital punishment, without an option of fine.
Before you do that, go and arrest those who are supporting them. Go and arrest them.
They were also included too.
Sorry?
They were included in that bill.
Arrest them. Because you know what, Nigeria is not moving forward. We have sacred cows. People who are above our laws. I know some people who because of their character and what they have said, Saudi Arabia cannot allow them to enter their country today. They can't go there. But they will come here and be insulting our intelligence, talking trash, and we all condemned it. We all condemned it. I know we condoned it because we want to please them. Moses Sekola and Fina, please, you were here when the nomadic education came up by Jibril Aminu. Just to help them, what came out for? Did they listen to us? Did they approve? Did they not embrace it? You can take a horse to the stream, you can't force it to drink water. So why is everybody blaming Nigeria for the problem they caused themselves?
All right, Barry.
Can you just imagine?
All right.
Very, very annoying.
Okay.
Who brought these people to where they are today? Is it not you people? You people did it for your own selfish interest, and you are blaming every other person.
Barrister, thank you for your submission. Let's bring Mr. Oranta.
It's very annoying.
Let's bring Mr. Oranta into this conversation. We need to wrap up and get into the second topic. Now, Mr. Oranta, in the course of this engagement, this intervention, Sheikh Ahmed did agree that, look, that there's no difference between criminality and somebody who possesses an arm is a criminal. Bandits are criminals. But he turns around to also ask the government, to protect these people and even negotiate with them. Very clear answer. Does it look like he's playing politics with all that he's doing? What do you think?
Sheikh Gumi is speaking from both sides of his mouth. That's what he's doing. And what is most insulting is the reference to Niger Delta militants. The reason for the agitation in Niger Delta have not even ended. This is a region that, like the hen that lays the golden egg. A region that I am from Niger Delta. We cannot fish, we cannot farm, we cannot even drink water from the heavens when it rains. And there's no potable water, there's no electricity. Yet the crude oil and the gas that feeds the entire nation are from Niger Delta. The wealth from Niger Delta is used for the whole Nigeria. And then we are left with the devastation, the spoliation. Our people are battered and bespattered. And up to date, we are not even seeing any respite. Recently, the high prep people they want to clean up Ogoni land. And one of the water systems they built collapsed in a week. It collapsed. So, using that reference of Niger Delta agitation and these guys, these terrorists, these killers cannot be put side by side at all. It's very wrong of Sheikh Gumi, to bring such thing, before Nigerians. What are these guys? What is their grouse with Nigerian nation? What is their grouse? But you see, the thing is that what they are doing, it is this simple. They say Boko Haram means, they have more Western education. That is sinful, to have Western education. And you are saying that they are left in ignorance and all that. Is it not self-contradictory in itself? So I don't understand what we are doing here. But I don't even blame him. I am blaming the government that have failed to take action, proper action. And he said the government is doing the right thing. What are the things government is doing that is right? Negotiating with these guys, endangering the lives of more students, more Nigerians. I don't understand. I just don't understand.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr.